Welcome to Middle Class Matters, Business News in English from Dr CMA Alagesan. CAG report number 19 of 2023 on Bharatmala pariyojana, scam of rupees 7,50,000 crore by Government of India road construction projects. Part number 33 continued. Resultantly, the following was observed during audit in case of BPP-I projects. In 7 sample projects, neither any provision for utilization of fly ash was made in the detailed project reports, nor has any quantity been executed by the contractor in spite of thermal power plants being available within radius of 50 to 300 km of the project site. In another 7 sample projects, in spite of thermal power plants being available within radius of 50 to 300 km of the project site, no provision for utilization of fly ash was made in the detailed project reports. However, contractors and concessionaires of these 7 projects utilized a quantity of 50.74 lakh cubic meter in construction work, and in Delhi-Vadodara Expressway on test check it was observed that as against the usage of 245.45 lakh cubic meter of fly ash proposed in detailed project report of 13 packages, and despite availability of thermal power plant in the vicinity of these projects, only a negligible quantity of 0.28 lakh cubic metric meter of fly ash was used in these projects. Thus, the usage of fly ash, in spite of it being environment friendly, was not being adequately addressed by signing of MOU with the National Thermal Power Corporation Limited at highest level, diligent review of detailed project reports, and efficient contract management leading to non-usage of fly ash. Fly ash in such cases was substituted by fertile soil from borrow pits or fields, which could have been avoided with proper planning. MORTH, in its reply in April 2022, stated that the utilization was being considered by the respective field units as per MOE FCC notifications in this regard, and issuance of further guidelines would be considered by NHAI for optimum utilization of fly ash in the NHAI projects as might be feasible. However, the fact remained that due utilization of fly ash was not achieved in BPP-I projects. Recommendation number 31. MORTH may consider entering into Memorandum of Understanding with NTPC to ensure timely release of the quota of fly ash centrally, which then could be allocated by MORTH or NHAI to different projects. Recommendation number 32. To ensure implementation of MOE FCC guidelines on usage of fly ash, both the requirements of fly ash for the road projects and its availability in the nearby thermal plant should be assessed in the detailed project reports, and its usage made mandatory while approving the project. 6.5. Extra payment of supervision charges on utility shifting. The contractor or concessionaire should, in accordance with the applicable laws and with the assistance of NHAI, undertake shifting of any utility, including electric lines, water pipes, and telephone cables, to an appropriate location or alignment if such utility or obstruction adversely affected the execution of works or maintenance of project highways in accordance with the EPC or concession agreement. While seeking approval of CCEA for Bharatmala pariyojana, it was apprised by MORTH that state entities were charging as high as 15% of the estimates on utility shifting towards supervision charges, whereas the actual work of shifting of utilities was got done by the project implementing agencies. Considering this, CCEA issued directions 24th October 2017 in retaliation of Public Investment Board recommendations that MORTH and its implementing agencies should request the state governments for capping supervision charges on utility shifting up to 2.5% of the approved estimates. The above arrangements were meant to keep cost rational for projects individually and BPP-I collectively within the financial outlay of Rs 5,35,000 crore approved by CCEA. During the review of records pertaining to supervision charges, audit observed the following: MORTH-wide Standard Operating Procedure 3rd November 2017 issued instructions to implementing agencies for requesting the state governments for charging supervision charges on shifting utilities up to 2.5% of the approved estimates for utility shifting. However, the above standard operating procedure was superseded by another standing operating procedure issued by MORTH on 21st December 2017. In the new standard operating procedure, the direction for requesting state governments to cap supervision charges was deleted for no reasons on record. Many central agencies, that is Indian Railways, Power Grid Corporation of India and Damodar Valley Corporation, etc., were charging utility shifting supervision charges up to 15%, but this fact was not apprised to Public Investment Board and CCEA. Thus, these agencies still continued with charging of higher supervision charges, and NHAI and NHIDCL did not vigorously pursue the state governments for capping the charges, even though higher supervision charges for utility shifting was continued to be charged by them, as observed by audit in 66 projects reviewed. In case of 32 projects spread across 9 states, supervision charges on utility shifting were being paid in the range of 3.68% to 15% of the approved estimates, as against 2.5% requested, constituting an extra expenditure amounting to Rs 37.45 crore from BPP-I fund. Thus, MORTH and its implementing agencies could not ensure compliance of CCEA directives, leading to extra burden of Rs 37.45 crore on BPP-I funds on account of supervision charges on utility shifting. MORTH replied in April 2022 that supervision charges were being paid as per the rates fixed by the concerned state government. However, matter would be taken up with the concerned state governments for restricting the supervision charges up to 2.5% only. 6.6 Third party monitoring of the project. 6.6.1 Appointment of authorities, engineers, independent engineers. Authority engineers AE and independent engineers EE are appointed by implementing agencies to monitor the execution of EPC and HAM or BOOT projects respectively for effective monitoring of the execution and maintenance of projects. The authorities engineers and independent engineers are required to perform inter alia the following functions: review of the drawings furnished by the contractor or concessionaire, review of detailed design, construction methodology, quality assurance procedures and construction time schedule submitted by the contractor or concessionaire, inspection of the construction works and project highway, and submission of monthly report, test checking the quantity and quality of construction through lab testing, conducting test on completion of the project and issuance of provisional completion certificate or completion certificate, and inspection of maintenance of the project and submission of monthly report. The authorities engineers or independent engineers were to be appointed within the following time frames: EPC projects AE in old EPC agreements within 30 days from date of EPC agreement or appointed date whichever was later. However, in new EPC agreements within 10 days of agreements or appointed date whichever was earlier. HAM projects IE within 60 days of entering into concession agreement. BOT project IE within 90 days from the date of entering into concession agreement. Audit while reviewing the appointment of authorities engineers or independent engineers observed that despite important tasks required to be performed by the authority engineers or independent engineers, as mentioned above, in 51 out of 65 projects, 78.46% of the projects reviewed for their execution, it was observed that there was delay in appointment of authority engineers or independent engineers ranging from 6 days to 642 days. Furthermore, out of the above mentioned 51 projects, in case of 33 projects, appointment of authority engineers or independent engineers were made after period ranging from 5 days to 331 days of the fixation of appointment date, that is commencement of construction. Thus, in spite of authority engineers or independent engineers assigned with important tasks in project execution and monitoring, they were invariably being appointed with delays with no valid reasons on record. As a result, project directors or head of project implementation units were acting as authority engineers or independent engineers of the project till the regular appointment. This could lead to compromise in execution as various specialized work such as review of drawings including that of major bridges, road over bridges, expansion of existing bridges, ascertaining quality by conducting and monitoring tests including of borrow soil for embankment filling, site survey and review of permissions obtained by contractors or concessionaires etc. were to be undertaken. For such specialized tasks, domain special professionals such as bridge engineers, highway engineers, senior quality material experts and senior payment specialists etc. were required, which were not available in-house. Further, the compromise in the quality of supervision during tenure of project director as authorities engineer or independent engineers could be corroborated from the fact that invariably no instances of project director preparing monthly progress report for the project were noticed by audit. MORTH, while admitting in April 2022 delay in appointment of authority engineers or independent engineers, attributed its reasons for not getting adequate response to request for qualification or request for price and due to non-producing of documents of nominated individuals for various positions by the selected bidders etc. The reasons given in the reply for delay in appointment of authority engineers or independent engineers were controllable with better coordination and pre-planning. They are integral part of project execution and monitoring. Therefore, implementing agencies should lay emphasis on appointment of authority engineers or independent engineers on awarding of projects so as to put in place the process for quality construction from the beginning itself. 6.6.2 Monitoring of projects by authority engineers or independent engineers. In case of Mageshkund, Shahara, Punira and Kalaham Merishruti, authorities engineer or independent engineer could be deployed after 107 days and 183 days of their appointments respectively. In case of balance work of Bareilly, Sitapur, Shamli, Muzaffarnagar, Package 2, Lucknow Ring Road Package 3B, Delhi Meerut Expressway Package 4 and Kalingam Minsruti, the post of team leader was vacant for a period of around 3 months, 3.5 months, 7 months, 7 months and 15 months respectively. Similarly, in case of Chettikulam and Natham, senior payment specialist was deployed after completion of 58.69% of bitumen concrete and dense bitumen macadam works of project highways. And in case of 13 projects, that is 20% of the projects reviewed, instances were observed where key personnel from team of authorities engineers or independent engineers, including resident cum highway engineers, senior quality material experts, senior payment specialists and bridge engineers were either not being deployed on project or being deployed with considerable delays. MORTH did not furnish reply to the audit observation. Thus, besides delay in appointment of authorities, engineers or independent engineers, there were instances of positions of various key personnel of authority engineers or independent engineers including the team leader lying vacant for long. This showed the shortfall in supervision and monitoring of the projects on the part of the independent professionals as well as by implementing agencies for not reviewing the work of authority engineers or independent engineers. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please share it to your friends and relatives who are also taxpayers so that they will be aware of how our tax paid money is being swindled by this cartel called the politicians, authority, bureaucracy and the contractors are making. Thanks for watching.